Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Michele Skadberg. I'm an EAP and Behavioral Health Client Executive with Anthem, and pleasure to be here with you today. And I do always appreciate an opportunity to meet with Southern New Hampshire University employees and share information about your benefits. And today I'm here to share some information about your MyStrength program. I don't think it's lost on any of us that we're really in the midst of incredible change and really have to adjust to a new way of life and a new way of doing things. And the tidal wave of change that COVID-19 has brought with it has really caused many here in the U.S. and globally, certainly, to experience feelings of stress, anxiety, depression, and really a myriad of emotions. So during our time together today, what we're going to do is review the MyStrength program and what it has to offer to help you cope today, as well as every day. So the MyStrength program is an online and mobile app that's made available to all Southern New Hampshire University employees and their household members. And it is a confidential service, and there is no cost to participate. And MyStrength is really meant to assist our members in living happier, healthier lives by offering a variety of tools and content to improve our emotional well-being. And what I really like about the MyStrength program is that you really do get to decide what areas you want to focus on. So whether it's managing anxiety, depression, getting a better night's sleep, or even learning to be more mindful in the way that you live, you get to decide what's right for you and what you want to focus on when you go out to the site. So when you join MyStrength, you'll be prompted to take a brief assessment. And what's going to happen is that MyStrength's recommendation engine is going to guide you to the tools that really do best support your unique mental, physical, and spiritual needs. And that's all based on your preferences when you go into the site to set those up, and your activity history while you're on the site. And, you know, I should mention that it is all based in science with proven evidence-based clinical approaches like cognitive behavioral therapy and mindfulness. And it's really all delivered through a really sleek, very easy to use program that only requires you to set up your account and then use your personal login to access these sites. So MyStrength's treatment model really does support self-care for your general emotional needs, right? So you can use it at any time just to keep your mental health, if it's good, where it's at, right? But it can also be used in the prevention of emotional health issues and provide a support for those issues that may have turned clinical over time, requiring professional intervention. So I think most of us would agree that it really is important to maintain our good physical health. I think we understand that, right? We go to the doctor for our annual physical, we may work out, we try to eat right. If we use alcohol, if we indulge, we know that has to be done in moderation, right? And we know we need to take our medications as prescribed. We know what we're supposed to do, right? Well, unfortunately, for some reason, when it comes to our emotional health, we do tend to take a little less care and maybe ignore how we're feeling, thinking it will just simply go away, right? So, and you know what, sometimes it does, and sometimes it does not. What we really do need to do is change our mindset and truly make an effort to care for our emotional health and well-being. It really is important, and I think MyStrength can really help with that. So if you begin a self-care program now, you can really improve your emotional health and live just a fuller, happier life. And most certainly, who doesn't want that, right? So if you read about even the psychology of happiness, you know that happiness really doesn't always just happen, right? We have to work at it. And there's certainly things that you can do and tools and support that you can access to improve your happiness. And MyStrength is actually one of those tools. So if you are familiar with the more popular self-help tools that are out there, or have been in therapy, and perhaps your counselor has recommended one of these tools, you may be more familiar with what is widely known as, in the clinical behavioral health field, as the gold standard, right, in defining effective and proven evidence-based tools in practice. So these tools that are made available by MyStrength, which is really nice, and they actually do have an exclusive content partnership with New Harbinger publications who actually produce the content on the site. So you do know when you go out to the site, you are getting, proven clinically evidence, research-based interventions that you have access to when you're out there. So, what I like about MyStrength as well is that it really tries to make the experience on the site really personal to you. So how do they do that, right? So what it actually happens is that there is a learning engine that was built by a team of data scientists to look at a person or user's preferences and feedback as they're using the site. And what happens is it sets up activities so that it's unique to your needs. So for example here, we see that Jessica is a user here. This is just an example, but on the lower left-hand corner of the screen here, you see that Jessica is prompted to rate the helpfulness at the end of each activity, which helps MyStrength learn what can help Jessica and what she prefers when she's on the site, so that she'll see more of that as opposed to some other things, right? So what MyStrength delivers is really a nice, diverse activity formats, right? So that you can find one or that approach that is most desirable to you, whether it's sequential programs, videos, meditations. It's really trying to make the experience just personalized to you. What I also like about the MyStrength program is that it really does support like everyday life issues, because most certainly, life brings so many things our way each and every day. And sometimes we take what comes our way and we're able to just simply carry on, right? And sometimes we pause and we wonder, how are we going to manage it, or may even doubt our ability to handle it at all. So most certainly if you feel that way every once in a while, you are not alone, right? I think we all certainly feel that way sometimes. And what MyStrength Life Topic section offers are activities to help our understanding, to look at things perhaps through a different lens, so that we really can be more prepared to tackle what comes our way. And be able to move forward with really a greater sense of peace and confidence. And I also think nowadays, most certainly we are faced with a number of different challenges, right? These are uncertain times, and I suspect that perhaps we could all use a little support and inspiration. And with MyStrength, you actually have inspiration at any time at your fingertips when you go out to the site. So what you'll find is that there really is a nice full library of photos and quotes, and you have the opportunity to save the ones that bring you that peace and joy, that make you feel good, right? And you can even upload your own. I love this worry one here. I think it's very poignant given a lot of worrying that we may find ourselves doing today. So again, you decide what feels good to you, and you can kind of pin those things and have them available. So when you need it, it's there, and hopefully can help you find that peace. And another one of my favorite things about the MyStrength program are the therapist facilitated videos. What I really like about them is that they're really short, they're sweet, they're to the point, and the information, the tips, the tools that are provided, are going to be researched and evidence-based. And, you know, I personally find them very inspirational as well. That's one of my favorite things on the site. So, you know, although MyStrength is really not meant to replace, you know, face-to-face therapy, I do think it's a wonderful complement to therapy if you're already in it. And if you're not, you know, ready to engage in therapy yet, I think it's a really nice introduction. And it may give you just what you need to start feeling better. And, you know, feeling your best. So I do hope that you'll enjoy those as much as I do on the site. So what's really nice also is that each time you go out into MyStrength, you will have an opportunity to enter how you're feeling, and you'll be able to track your progress over time. So I think that's a nice addition to the program. So, you know, if you have emotional health goals in mind or positive habits that you'd like to develop, accomplish over time, you're able to set those on the site and really can access how you're doing over time. And also when you join MyStrength, you'll actually be prompted to take a brief assessment when you sign up. And at varying intervals throughout the first year, you'll have an opportunity to take those assessments again. So maybe your needs have changed over a period of time, or maybe you're just generally feeling better. You're going to be able to track that progress when you're using the site. So, you know, if you are interested in learning a little bit more about MyStrength and the benefits of mindfulness in terms of our emotional well-being, you might want to consider joining the MyStrength 5-Day Challenge. It is a really wonderful program, and what I really liked about it when I signed up is that you get to decide what focus area you want as you're going through the challenge. So the activities will be based on the topic that you've identified you'd like to perhaps work on. So they have anxiety, like for example, some of the focus areas are anxiety, depression, maybe it's stress or self-esteem. There's parenting there. Many of us are facing some parenting challenges right now with COVID-19, or even just gratitude. So, so say, for example, you do choose the parenting module, right? What you're going to find is, you know, what it does is help you, you know, the content related to staying calm and grounded and prepared to guide your children. And with the practice, you'll learn new ways of relating to your kids and giving them the love and care that they need to grow into adults. So when you sign up for the challenge, what will happen is you'll actually get an email each day for 5 consecutive days that includes some really brief, personalized mindfulness activities for you to engage in. So just something to consider if you go out to the site and are tooling around, that may be something that you might want to look into. So MyStrength has a mobile app that's currently available for download of both Android and Apple devices. And it was recently refreshed, so it offers really a nice new look and feel that really closely reflects the MyStrength web experience. So they really do overlap a lot, and it's really quite nice. So the new app also includes mobile optimized features that are meant to really engage you anytime, anywhere. And it really is a nice, you know, fun, familiar, engaging way to participate in that particular program. So what you will want to note, though, is that you do have to register via a desktop computer before you're able to go out and get the app. If you go out to get the app, it's going to ask you for a password, which you won't have yet because you haven't registered online. So just keep in mind to please register on your computer, and you'll be able to do that through the EAP website. I'm going to show you that here in just a moment, and then you can simply download the app. So registering for MyStrength is really quite simple. You and other adults in your household can, you know, really sign up at any time, 24/7 on the EAP website. It's anthemeap.com. And you'll just simply enter your login, which is SNHU, and that's for you and your household members to get access to the EAP website. What I've included here is just a simple screenshot of your website. So when you do get there, you'll see on the right-hand side here, there's a green box with some white font. In red, you'll see MyStrength, and that is the MyStrength Center. You simply have to select that. That will bring you over to the confidential and secure MyStrength site. So, you know, while I have your attention and while we're on this particular screenshot, I just wanted to point out just a couple of things while we're here. So, you know, if you have questions about MyStrength, the EAP phone number here is on the website. You'll see it there, 800-647-9151. You can certainly just give us a call at any time. We would be happy to assist you. And just below the EAP phone number, you're going to find a link to the EAP's COVID Resource Center, and that's where you're going to find up on the pandemic, prevention, coping content, as a really nice library of on-demand seminars and articles as well. And again, if you ever have any questions, you can certainly give us a call, and we would be happy to assist you. So when you navigate from the EAP website over to MyStrength, you're going to come to this landing page here. And all you have to do is simply select the sign up now to begin your journey, right? So you'll register for the program, you'll set up your personalized password, then the site is going to create a profile. And that's where you're going to set up those preferences that I mentioned. And if spirituality is important to you, you will have an option to turn on that functionality, right? You can decide if you want to or not. It's completely up to you, but just wanted to let you know that it is a piece of the program if that's something that you would like to turn on. So once your profile is completed, what's going to happen is the system's going to prompt you to take a brief assessment. So MyStrength Assessment Engine, what will happen is going to produce content in the background which will inform activities, you know, tools, inspiration, some e-learning activities that are of interest to you that you've identified that you'd like to work on when you're out on the site. So participating in MyStrength can really make a difference, and whether you're dealing with everyday stress or even a more chronic condition, it can be helpful. And as a mental health counselor myself, I've always been really truly impressed with the content that I found on the site, the mobile app, and the content really is solid. And as you can see by some of the testimonials here on the screen, that it is really making a difference in many members' lives. And you know, Anthem is really seeing some nice positive outcomes from members who use the app, really seeing some notable reductions in stress, depression, and anxiety. We're seeing a nice surge in access to the mindfulness activities are available on the site right now as well. So some good feedback from our customers there. So if you do have an interest in MyStrength and maybe wondering if it's going to be right for you and what may be, you know, included in some of the content areas, I would encourage you to, you know, feel free to access any of these videos anytime. They're really short, sweet, to the point, but they do give you a nice flavor of what's available if you were to engage in the program for some particular issues that are there. So we went through a lot of information, and I hope that you found it helpful. I hope that you'll have an opportunity to go out to the site, explore it. You know, as with any EAP services, there's no commitment, right? If you go out and decide, yeah, this is not my cup of tea, that's perfectly fine. If you find it helpful, inspirational, please do let your household members know. Other adults in your home can sign up for the site as well. If you have questions about the MyStrength program, how it works, Lisa Reed in your HR department is familiar with the service. You are welcome to ask her for my email address, send me an email, ask me the question. I'd be happy to answer for it with you as well. So I thank you for your time and attention, and I wish you the very best in your journey for great emotional health. Take care. Bye-bye.